Hey there, this is Stacy B, your online dietitian for gout with 3E Wellness. Let's talk alcoholic beverages. First things first, we need to get on the same page about something. Yes, you and I probably both agree that happy hour is super fun and alcoholic beverages are part of what makes that activity super fun. And alcohol is a constituent that is technically a toxin and a substance that is not good for our body, tends to negatively impact the health of our body. It's also a toxin that is readily consumed by people in the form of alcoholic beverages. You and I both understand that alcoholic beverages are not necessarily health promoting because it has that alcohol, and it's something that is a typical part of having fun in social settings and something that we tend to enjoy, and we make choices about food and drinks that's not just based on our health, right? Okay, so we're all on the same page here. The research shows that there is no 100% safe option when it comes to alcoholic beverages where there's zero risk for health issues. So how can we make a wise choice, especially when we're living with gout? Now, I'm not here to tell you what to do or prescribe you anything. So instead, I'm going to walk you through 5 questions that you can ask yourself when you're living with gout and you're wanting to order something at happy hour. So the first question is, have you been hydrating well today? If you have not been hydrating well, that means you're not drinking at least around 64 ounces a day, then you are at higher risk for having a gout attack. If you do want to enjoy alcoholic beverages at happy hour, make sure you've drank a lot of water beforehand. Hopefully that's 64 ounces. And then on top of that, you want to be continuing to stay well hydrated at the bar and then maybe even a little bit afterwards. Another question that you can ask yourself is, what has my blood uric acid levels been lately? If your blood uric acid level has been below 6, then you're considered at target. Maybe your healthcare professional wants you to be at a lower target. Usually they do prefer that. But if your blood uric acid levels are above 6, you are at an increased risk for more frequent flares. So that might play into your decision of what you're going to order at happy hour. The next question to ask is, have you taken your uric acid lowering medication? This is very important because that medication is something that can really help maintain your blood uric acid levels under that 6 milligrams per deciliter. And one study did observe that people who were taking their allopurinol or their colchicine seemed to have a little bit less of a risk for having a recurrent flare even when drinking alcohol. Now, it didn't guarantee that they didn't have a flare, but it did lower their risk. So that is something to keep in mind. Here's a really important question to ask. What's the number of drinks that tends to lead you to making decisions that you regret later on? This is super important. Keep the amount of drinks that you order at happy hour below this number. We do not want you to regret the decisions that you're making. And generally, the more drinks you have, the less inhibited you are, and you tend to make not as helpful decisions. So whatever that number is, keep your order to lower than that amount of drinks. As a reference, moderate drinking is considered no more than 2 drinks for males in a day and no more than 1 drink for females in a day. The more drinks that you have, the greater your risk for recurrent flares. So the consensus from providers and researchers on gout is to limit the amount of alcohol that you drink as much as possible. The 5th question to ask yourself is, what are the options on the happy hour menu that you're most excited about? A lot of people want to know, is there one type of drink that I can have that is less triggering or won't cause me to have a flare-up? And I wish we had this answer, and there's not been a lot of research done on the gout population, and particularly about answering this question. What we do have in the research is that alcohol at any form, if it's beer, wine, or liquor, seem to increase the risk of having recurrent flares. So if the risk is pretty much the same with any type of alcohol, which one on the menu appeals to you most? A bonus question to ask yourself is that thing on the menu that you're really excited about, can it be made in a non-alcoholic beverage version, like a mocktail, for example? Everyone will come up with a different conclusion as they work through these 5 questions. And you might find that you answer these questions differently from one happy hour to the next, and as you go along over time throughout your health journey. Let me know what you happen to order. Tell me in the comments what you ordered at happy hour and how many of those drinks you had. There's much more that could be said about this subject, and we dive deep into how to incorporate alcoholic beverages into a flare-free lifestyle within the Break Free from Gout program. You can apply and schedule a free clarity call to get started. I hope this was helpful. If you want to learn more, subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching. Take care, and until next time.